And joining us now on our broadcast feed, the interview, I'll be honest, I was most nervous for all day long. As I like to tell all of you tuning in, I'm going to be the best man at her older brother's wedding next spring. But for now, we get to celebrate his little sister. It's Michigan senior Julia Fliegner, an NCAA singles quarterfinalist. Julia, first of all, congratulations on the victory. An hour, 15 minutes, not too shabby. Talk to me what was working so well for you out there today.
I was just trying to stay low and play my game. I definitely worked through some nerves, so it was definitely very helpful having Ronnie and Jan out there. But yeah, I mean, I was just focused on me. I knew we were probably both nervous. I think that was the first time either of us had been in this situation, so just trying to focus on controlling what I could control.
I thought you did a really good job of doing that. Now, to your point, there was a little bit of a blip there. You go up a set and a break, you hand that break back. What were you able to do to reset mentally in that moment, get that secondary break, and then, ultimately to get over the finish line? What does it mean to you to reach these quarterfinals?
Okay, well, I'll start with the first question. I think what my coach from home always used to tell me was to have a short memory. So I kind of lost those 2 games to get back to 4-all, and I looked at Jan and I just go, all right, whatever, I'm going to get this one. It works having a short-term memory in tennis, I think. And then, yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of crazy. Like yesterday I made All-American, which I had only dreamed of doing when I was like 16. At Michigan, we have the banners. We have the nice little pictures on the wall of the All-Americans enshrined at VTC. So that was a big accomplishment for me. I'm very proud of that. And everything from there on, I think, just trying to have fun. And I think it's just, as Ronnie said, it's just gravy now. Yeah. Every win is it's just fun. It's just supposed to be fun.
Yeah, no, and certainly we saw you having that fun out on court today. You talked about your coaches, but it wasn't just them. I'm pretty sure I heard Piper Charney there still sticking around and in the back cheering you on. And to have that energy in the background, to have the coaches, the teammates, obviously I heard your dad back there supporting you as well. How does that energy help carry you through a match, a nervous moment like the end of that second set?
I think it's everything. I mean, I think Piper is so loud. I mean, Lily and Jess are also there, probably not as audible on the microphone, but yeah, I mean, I think like hearing your teammates in an individual tournament kind of brings you back to dual season, and I think there's nothing better than dual season. It kind of transports you into that mode where it's 3-all, you're the last one on, and everyone's counting on you. I think it lets you just lock in a little bit. I think that's where I perform best, frankly. So it's everything to have them here and cheering for me, especially my dad too.
Yeah, no, again, it was so smart. It was so fun to watch. And again, I already texted Max. I got the second bed in my hotel room waiting for him to fly in post-med school interview on Friday. My last 2 questions for you here. Again, you talked about the dual match versus the individual environment. I am curious. It is your 4th season, so you got to see what a spring NCAA individual championship looks like. What do you think about this new fall format?
Yeah, I think there are pros and cons. I think the qualifying is insane. I think it's incredibly difficult. You know which match is going to get you in and which match isn't. Whereas during season, you're playing the whole season, you're playing for 4 months. I think it reaches an equilibrium. Your ranking kind of ends up where it should be. If you're meant to be in the top 64, I think you make it. If you're not, like you have next year. Whereas I think that this tournament has those qualifying tournaments definitely produced some heartbreaking results. So I do like playing the tournament in the fall. I mean, obviously I didn't just play an entire season and I'm not, wishing I had a new body currently. So it definitely helps. But yeah, I mean, that qualifying process was incredibly difficult. But here we are.
Yeah, no, again, it's worked out well in the end. And now for you, you're through to the quarterfinals. Now your opponents, Luciana Perry, Carson Tangillig, I think are still out there playing on court. Obviously, I mean, I assume you know both of them pretty well at this point. What's it going to take for you to advance tomorrow? What's it going to take for you to continue to advance here at this event?
I mean, I think it's just focusing on controlling what I can control. Obviously, everybody here is amazing and wants to win. It's just, who's got the guts on the big points. And just focusing on yourself and having a short memory is always helpful, I think, too.
Yeah, no, well, obviously, whatever it is, it's working this week. We've been joking around. I've yet to see Julia in person. I'm a very superstitious guy. I'm supposed to remain nonpartisan, but I don't think I'm going to come see you in person, Julia. I'm too afraid to do it. I don't want you to blame whatever happens next on me. So, no, Julia Fliegner, it is always a pleasure to get to see your smiling face, and certainly congratulations to you on a job well done. Congratulations on all the success this week.